And there was also a horrible killing recently in Charlotte, where I talked about, and so many others. And we're going to get to the end of it. And, you know, when you have horrible killings, you have to take horrible actions. And the actions that we take are nothing. This cashless bail started a wave in our country where a killer kills somebody and is out on the street by the afternoon. In many cases, going out and killing again. Cashless bail, and you try and reason with people like in Chicago with the governor and the mayor. You try and reason with them, and it's like you're talking to a wall. It's just doesn't. I assume it's just a political ideology. They're not stupid people. It must be an ideology that's just buried in their head, and you can't do a damn thing about it. And we'd love to go into Chicago and straighten it out. You know, Washington, D.C., you'll be happy to know, is a free and safe zone. It's so safe right now. It was one of the most dangerous. Can you believe it? So, you know, you see the beautiful buildings, but we're going to also do an upgrade because a lot of the beautiful buildings have a little graffiti on them. They have roads that aren't proper. They have medians that are bad and falling down into the road, the dividers. We have things that we have to take care of and beautify. We want to beautify it. Very little work will be done. I'm very good at that. That's what I really did the best in life, probably. I said, was I a better builder or politician? They said, I think you were a better builder, sir. I said, I didn't know if I was happy about that or not. But I was a really good builder, and I'll fix this place up for peanuts. I'll fix it up. We'll put in new dividers. You ever notice they're all rotted, rusting, and falling down on the road? Potholes all over the place. We're going to have this place looking beautiful within 12 months. Even the little white tiles in the tunnels, you know, you go through the tunnels and there's little white tiles that have been up for about 60 years and like there's pieces missing. And you can't match them, believe me, you can't. You try and match them, it never works, you can't. They've been up 60 years, you don't get the same batch no matter what you do. But we'll take all those tiles off and you're going to have beautiful white tile tunnels again and everything's going to be really the way it should be. Because when foreign leaders come, you know, I had to take down the tents. We had over 58 tent cities that we took down right in the middle of our parks, right next to our great buildings, Supreme Court. You'd have a tent city right there, and nobody would ever tell them to do it. We had a blue tent right on Lafayette, and they seemed to have a permit. And one of the fake news media was asking me the other day, what about the blue tent? What blue tent? Because all the tents you got, somehow these people were very well connected with the communist cause. And I said, there's a tent up there? Really? Yeah. And he was a friendly reporter for a change. He said, it's terrible that the tent. I said, I didn't know that. I'm surprised. And I checked, and there was. And we got it down very quickly. It's down. It's down. It wasn't easy. People chained themselves to a tree and this and that, but that's okay. They can chain themselves if they want. That was a tough one. That's been there for years. It's been there for many years. We took it down. Came down very quickly, Pam. So I hope Attorney General Bondi will be looking into some of these things, and I really know that some of them she's done such an incredible job. You know, she's got a lot of pressure on her not to do these things by a certain group of people that I guess don't love our country, or there's some ideology that they're just indoctrinated with. But she's going to do a fantastic job, and we're waiting for a call from Chicago. We'll fix Chicago. And again, D.C. is right now so safe you can go out. Friends of mine called, one in particular, who's been in D.C. for a long time. And he said, I haven't gone out in 4 years for dinner with my wife. The restaurants were all closing because people were afraid, even if they were in the restaurant, it didn't matter. They were held up. You know, guys would walk in with guns into a restaurant. And that's over. It's not happening. It's now safe. And this man said, I've gone out to dinner in the last week and a half 4 times. And I am so safe. My wife could meet me at the restaurant. She could walk by herself. There is zero threat. The National Guard working with the police, working with the mayor. The mayor has, you know, that's not her ideology. And now I think it maybe is her ideology. She's taking a lot of heat, too, from the radical left. You know, they don't like that she's allowing it. But look, she's going to either allow it or we'll just do it because, you know, it's just, but she understands that. She understands that. But I can tell you the people of D.C. are thrilled. I have never had so many people. The other day I had a big scrum in front of me of the press. And I said, you know, everybody here, or many of you have been mugged, right? And they're all going like, and these aren't people necessarily on our side. They're all going, yes, yes, yes. What about you? Yes, it's true. I was a couple of times. Every one of them. It's crazy. Not going to happen anymore. So right now we went from one of the most, and some people say the worst, the most violent city. Can you imagine our capital being the most violent city? But it was really bad, into a totally safe zone. It's called a safe zone city. There's no crime. They said crime's down 87%. I said, no. It's more than 87%. Virtually nothing. And much lesser things that take place in the home they call crime. You know, they'll do anything they can to find something. If a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime, see? So now I can't claim 100%. But we are a safe city. You can walk to a restaurant. You can walk to the White House if you work there. You can walk to the Capitol. And even the Democrats say, I can't believe it, but they don't want to admit it, but I can't believe it.